This is Michael J. Martin, and you're listening to the Gary Russen Program on GJRB Online.
Relatively short segment coming up here, and we're going to make this pretty quick in this segment. And then our next one, I'm going to be doing a little bit more, a couple more, and then we're going to wrap up this first half of our year-end review of the Gary Russen Program. This goes back to the summer of this year, and a story I did about a boy who turned in a gun. It was a toy gun that his mother was unaware was in his book bag, apparently, or another book bag, and he brought it to school, realized it was there, turned it in, but still got in trouble for it. Do one more last story, a story that I wanted to talk about, and I read a story update. Now, originally, this story is about a 7-year-old boy in Pennsylvania who walked into a school, and there's a toy gun in his book bag. Okay, the toy gun in his book bag. Now, the 7-year-old boy is from Western PA. He turned himself in after accidentally bringing the toy gun to school and was suspended for 2 days, but will not be expelled. Now, originally he was going to be expelled, but I think they changed their mind because the punishment was too harsh. I thought it was. According to Terradum Valley News Dispatch, the story says that Darren Simak was handed down, the punishment for Darren Simak was handed down after a hearing before the new Kensington Arnold School Superintendent John Polan. The boy was then sent home on Wednesday and told his mother that he could be expelled after telling a teacher he had a toy at Martin Elementary School. The boy then can return to class on Monday. The boy's mother, Jennifer Mathabel, said that he had forgotten his regular book bag at a friend's house. So she packed another one, not realizing the toy gun was in it. Mathabel understands that the policy was brought about expulsion, but felt it was a little too severe for an accident, especially since her son told the truth. Now, finally someone is stepping up to the plate and saying, yeah, this boy didn't really need that much of a punishment for something he didn't realize was in his book bag. Now, the mother, on the other hand, the mother who packed the book bag should have checked the book bag to see if there's anything unusual in it. Because, I guess you go with, really, honesty, common sense tells you that if you're going to something that you don't know anything about, if you put your hand, it's like putting your hand in somewhere and not knowing what's in it. A book bag, a bag, anything could have something in it. Could have a mousetrap in it, right? Stick your hand in there, snap, right? Okay, I would think in this case I see both sides. First of all, the boy did have a toy gun in his possession at the school, which, for all intents and purposes is not following the rules. But then on the other hand, you have the young man coming into school with the book bag, right? Not knowing what's in it until he sticks his hand in there and snap. Wasn't a mousetrap. It was a toy gun. So he tells his teacher that this toy gun was in his book bag, and he got suspended and possibility of expulsion, even though he didn't know that gun was in the book bag. Because technically he didn't, because his mother didn't check. But they could have checked to make sure that there was no unusual objects in a book bag that probably belongs to a friend of his. Or where did this book bag come from? Was it an extra book bag that belonged to a brother? Or, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's a lot of things that the mother could have done to check the book bag to see if there was anything unusual in it. Because you never know what could be in there that might be threatening or might be not good. Okay, something that shouldn't be there. I think it teaches some people a lesson that when you put something in something foreign that you don't know what's in it, you better check and make sure that there's nothing in it before you go in, put something in it, and then go in with... I mean, you never know what could be in a book bag you don't know nothing about. It belongs to somebody else. What could be in it? A pack of cigarettes? Maybe even a bomb? Things that wouldn't belong to a kid. Okay? So, in all honesty, there you go. That makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it? To check before you put something. Okay. Got the Gary Russen Program on GJRB. We're going to be taking a break, about a few minutes, 15 minutes or so, about 20 or so, and be back on the air. We're going to do one more segment about 6 minutes after 5 p.m. Central before we wrap up this show for today on the Gary Russen Program Year-End Review Part 1. The next half will be a podcast, and that's coming up on next week. I'm going to record it next week, and we'll have it on the air as a podcast-only upload next week here on GJRB, so if you'll tune in for the wrap-up. And our next Gary Russen Program will be a new one, fresh new show for 2014 or 15. Why do I say 14? See, I'm getting... All right, be right back with more Gary Russen Program. Stay tuned. It gets better, folks. Yeah. Oh, well. Be right back.